Hey guys, here's Windows Wrong, and today, as I promised a long time ago, I'm gonna do a tutorial for Max Payne 2 creating maps. So, as many people ask me how to do a map or create one, I decided to do this tutorial today, and I'm going to be much accurate, and I will try actually. Anyway. What we're going to do is first we're going to open the program, which is MaxED 2. And by the way, I'm hurt. My mouth hurting just a bit, so I can't talk properly. Anyways, so what do we have here? Once it is open, so we can basically see that it says loading database and database loaded. Means that the Max Payne 2 data is ready to use and loaded, as you can see. Anyway, so our interest about creating a map. So what we're going to do is going to file and let's say new, and then this appears. Here you can actually see a lot of things. So you see the grid, you see the textures, I mean the material, you see the hierarchy, file, edit, view, modes, GIS, tools, windows, and help. So modes is the thing that we're using. So mode basically is different tools for you to create a map. So you have build, which is F3. You have polygons, which is F4, object, F5, F6, F7, etc. Anyways, so we're first going to use build. So we're going to click on that, and as you can see, my cursor says F3. So we're in build mode. So what we're going to do, we're going to create a cube. Let's create a cube right here, 4-inch. There we go. And then you have this. So I forgot to say that you need to click on this button all the time because you'll have problems, and I'll show you what kind of problems. So be sure to have this button clicked, which is cute. Anyway, so now we have a cube, but this is not enough tall to contain players or any object. It's really small. So to give you an idea, that square here is the half of Max Payne. Let's say that. So what we want the other half of the cube to contain Max Payne. But to be more sure, we want to get this taller enough to contain Max Payne, 2 Max Payne, or anyways, you got the idea, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to use another mode, which is going to be polygons, and which is F4 right here. And what basically, I'm sorry, this tools does is acting on the polygons, which is getting them taller or smaller. So I'm just dragging it with my mouse right there. So as you can see, it is getting taller and longer. So what I want is to get this thing taller to contain object and etc. So what we're going to do, we're going to get this taller, about 2 cube inches, 8 inches, I'm sorry. Anyways, so once we've done this, I'm gonna move the camera. Oops. Right here. Alright, so now that we have that, you tell me what's next. What we're going to do. Is the map over? It is not, unfortunately. You have to do a lot of other things. So, by the way, to enter in camera mode, I'm just pressing the spacebar. Anyway, so let's go back on build and let's create another room. Alright? I'm gonna make it larger for you to see. Oh, sorry, I missed. Let's do it again. You're not forced to do the same as mine. So I'm gonna make it taller. So as I said, polygon, and let's get it taller. And I want to connect these two rooms. How do I do that? So I'm going back to build, F3, or whatever, if you want me to do that. Build. And I want to connect these two rooms. So how do I do? So I'm gonna go on build and build this, getting taller by pressing polygons. This tall is enough. And you ask me if this are connected now. No, they're not. We have to connect them. So you see, we can see that there is a wall and this is not connected. So how do I connect them? Easy stuff. So we're going to be interested in another mode, which is object, which is F5. Here we go. What basically this tool is doing is to be able to select the object, all the objects around all the map. And this has another option, which we are going to be interested on. Is that you're going to be able to split the rooms together. I'm going to explain. So right here, the rooms aren't connected. So what we're going to do, we're going to split. So what we're going to do, we're going to click on the key U right here, and you can see that cursor just change of shape. And what we're going to do, we're going to click on the wall. What's behind? There's another wall. I mean another mesh right here, the thing I built. And what we're going to do, we're going to click here. Yep. Oh, missed that. Wait a second. Alright. Oh, that's weird. Let's go. Well, that's a fave for me. Anyways, I'm gonna go on the other one, which is going to be easy, I think. Alright. Alright. So you see, I think you can, yeah, you see that square, the green square? That's the other meshes that's behind that wall. So what we're going to do, we're going to click on F5. And I said key U. There we go. And then click on this. And there we go. It is built. It just split together. But I want the other walls to disappear as well. So let's click back on U. And there we go. Click on that wall. And then they're connected. As you can see, they're connected. Which is pretty good, I think. Anyways, so now that we've created two rooms and connected them, so I want to create another thing which is essential for a map in Max Payne 2. And this essential thing is a portal. What a portal does is to separate different rooms, and actually you need them. Otherwise your map won't load and this won't work, and actually you won't be able to export from MaxED, so you will have no map basically. So we're going to create a portal, as I said. So how do I do that? You tell me. So we're going to go on mode, and we're going to select portal, which is F7. There we go. And then we're on portal. But before that, you're going to do the same thing as mine. Okay. So we're going to go on polygon, so F4, and then we're going to click on A. So as you can see, my grid did change in yeah. So I moved my cursor around. Let's say I moved that around here, and then I click on A. The grid will follow my cursor. So now it is completely right on the wall. So from there, we're going to create our portal. So what we're going to do, first I want to get my grid a little smaller so I can go in the middle of the wall here. So let's press minus. There we go. My grid just getting smaller. And then we're going to go on F12, which is grid. And we're going to go, there's a key on keyboard, which is previous and next. Just close of the delete button. And what we're going to do is previous is to get your grid going forward, backward. I'm sorry, and next is making your grid going forward. So I want to get this backward. So let's put it down. Oh no, I want to put this forward. I'm sorry. And there we go. Now it is in the middle right here. I also like it. And there we have it. So now what I want to do, you tell me. I want to create the portal now. Oops, I'm sorry. Did move my grid for nothing. Anyway, so let's click on F7. There we go. So as I said before, I'm sorry. Portal is F7. And now we're going to click on the corners right here on the grid, right there, to create our portal. And then once you're done here, once you see that the lines are white, you're going to click on the right click on your mouse, and then something appears. It is vertices. I'm sorry. Vertices. I'm sorry. And you see it says enter well tolerance. We're not going to be interested in this for now. So you're just going to click OK. And there you have it. There you have your portal. And as you can see, now we have two different rooms. You have the portal 0 and portal 1. We have two different rooms which contain two different portal and can contain different things. I know it sounds pretty weird and pretty confusing, but you need to do it like this. So now you tell me, am I done? Can I export my map? Not yet. You need to create something, a spawn point, for your player to spawn where it is marked. So what we're going to do, we're going to go, I don't know, let's say here, and you're going to go F12, reset your grid. So my grid is reset now. Now we're going to go back on build mode, so F3 if you want, and then we're going to click on N, the key N on your keyboard, and then this appears. It says new entity. So what basically I'm sorry, this do is to create an entity, which could be a waypoint, a jump point, a dynamic point light, trigger, FSM, enemies. This is the enemies, yes, the bots. Yes, this is pretty interesting. So, and then you tell me where is the spawn point? I can't see. All I can see is waypoint and jump point, and point light maybe. The spawn point is jump point. So you're going to click on jump point, and then say OK. Then this appears. You have the name. You have many option as well, like hidden, exclude from games, exclude from lightning, enable export regrouping. We're not going to be interested in this option right now. Maybe we're going to rename it because jump point 00 is pretty weird. So let's name it spawn point. There we go. And then apply and say OK. Now you're pretty puzzled about this shape and these arrows and etc. Don't worry, it's nothing. It's your spawn point. So now it is marked on the ground, and you can see the arrow, like a red one, a green one, and a blue one. I'm sorry. So what this does, I mean the arrow means where your players will look at when he spawns. So, sorry. So let's say I'm the player, and once I spawn, I will look toward this direction. If you want, you can rotate the spawn point for him to look here, right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to go on F5, object point, then we're going to click. We're going to click on mouse, sorry, 3, and then you have many options. You have move selection, rotate, hiding, grouping, mesh manipulation. I'm really sorry. My mouth is my tongue is really hurting right now, so I can't really talk properly. Anyways, so there we go. You have many options, and what we want to rotate it. So let's move it around the axis, the y-axis maybe. Yeah. Hope. And there we go. Now he's watching here. So now you tell me, is my map over? It is not over, but you can export it and see what it does. So I'm going to show you in game. So first of all, here I'm going to rename the things. So in the mesh 3, we can see the spawn point. There's the spawn point. So what we're going to do, we're going to rename the mesh and call it spawn. Oops, sorry. And the other mesh, we're going to call it random. I'm sorry, this is the only thing that appears in my mind. Anyways, so now we have our I'd say room, ready to be exported. So this is the first step, right? So now let's go to File. We're going to save it first. Let's go to here to the desktop and say, I'll name it tutorial. Alright. So now it is saved, it is ready to be exported. So let's export it. Let's go to the desktop and say test number 1, right? Alright. So now we have this. you can close your MaxED if you want. I want to keep it. And now this appears on your desktop. This LBD file. So now, how am I going to test it in game? Well, you need to have some uh, coding skill. Well, not really, because all the things are given to you. Like Rockstar just gave it example mod for you. There's a map inside of this one. So I'm pretty interested in this one, so I'm gonna use this, and instead of using the Rockstar map, I'm going to use mine. So I'm going to use a tool which is RAS MP2M Master. This one is insanely good. I advise you to take it because it is really useful to decompile mode and packing modes and RAS file and etc. Anyways, so I'm going to unpack this. Well, this is not necessarily, but I like to do this. So yeah, all right. You're not forced to do that. Oh yeah, that's normal. That's normal. Don't worry. It only has an admin. All right. Yeah, Windows 7 sucks. Oh, and by the way, yeah, I forgot to mention this. As I'm on Windows 7, and I did a tutorial on Milkshade. I'm sorry, on Milkshade 3D, and I said on this tutorial that if you wanted to light your map on Max Payne 2, like lightning your maps and give it a light or something, you needed to go back on Windows XP. Yes, I'm sorry guys, to light a map you need to go on Windows XP. I'm really sorry. I'm actually trying to ensure this problem, like figure it out, like trying to use Windows 7 and be able to light the map on Max Payne on MaxED 2. The reason why I moved on Windows 7 is because I didn't like I did like Windows XP, but like Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and Battlefield 3, they both need Windows 7 to run, so I had to go on Windows 7. I couldn't do any otherwise. But anyway, that's just a little thought. So I'm really sorry to say this to you guys right here. But anyways, also let's go back on the tutorial. So I'm going to download this. So now I unpacked the mode, the example mode of Rockstar. What do we have? And then a data, a file appears named data. So we're going to go on here, and we're going to see database. We have levels, we have work, and then we have this. This is the map. This is the file which contained the map of Rockstar. So we need, and this is our map. So let's call it example map as well. I'm just going to copy that. There we go. And then we're going to copy. Yes. There we go. And now we just put our map, and I just need to pack this file, and everything could work. And I will show you how does this look in game. So let's inspect it. So new file. There we go. Yes. Yes. It's bullshit. Create. Yep. Yeah, this one. Alright. And now I'm gonna call it tutorial. Alright. And there I have it. Now I have my MP2 file. We're going to go on Max Payne 2 directory. Or no, we're going to go there. Oh, budget. Yeah, let's go on Max Payne 2 file. There we go. I'm going to go and copy it here. Right there. And as I can't record the game with this hardware, I'm going to see you in game. Okay. Alright, so this is how it looks in game. As you can see, it's pretty good. So, as I said, one cube is Max Payne. So, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so now that we're done, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and next time I will show you how to texture and maybe light your map if I get the chance to be able to install Windows XP again. And I will talk eventually about MilkShape, how to rig a weapon. This will be in the next tutorial. And I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys understood. And I will see you guys later. So good luck and have fun.